Okay, time for number 23. Today is Friday, October 15th. It's 2021. And today I'm going to continue talking about what I started talking about at the end of yesterday's video. So, I was talking about feminism yesterday, and I sort of ran into a question that I would like to continue to explore. I was wondering what does feminism have to say about sex and sexual encounters? What does feminism have to say about our behavior in the bedroom between men and women? Again, I'm being heteronormative in this. I'm just going to only talk about between men and women today. So, one user told me, because I mentioned porn when I was bringing that up, I said that porn is, if you look at porn, generally it tends to be a dominant man and a submissive woman. And I said that is what I was trying to say is that is a reflection of what we want. And this Tuffy GK mentioned that porn, mentioned that I shouldn't use porn as a way of determining what turns people on, and I get that. I think I largely agree with the radical feminist stance on porn. I think the porn industry is poisonous, probably entirely poisonous. It's hard to say what is good about it. It's a $100 billion industry that essentially deals out a drug and abuses all of the actors and actresses, and it's not good for a lot of reasons. It's really not good, and I think it's poisoning our minds in a lot of ways, especially men. I was surprised, before I turned this video on, I googled a quick Google search about porn, and 30% of women, 30% of porn users are women, which was surprising to me. Although I also wonder how many of those are women, how many of those are men who identify as women. That's a good question. I will make one very controversial statement right now that I'll come back to in a different video. I think porn is creating transgender people. Not all transgender people, not all of them, but I do think that there's a subset of transgender people that only exist or consider themselves transgender because of porn addictions. That is wildly controversial, and I will return to that subject in a later video. What I want to talk about today, like I was saying, is feminism and behavior in the bedroom, really. So, in my experience, I'm just going to start with that. I'm a 28-year-old guy. I've had a variety of sexual encounters with women. And I have noticed, at least in my experience, I'm biased, obviously. I've only been with women who are attracted to me, and that I'm attracted to. So it's possible that I have just take that into account when I'm talking right now. I've found that what turns women on, what gets them going and excited in the bedroom, is assertiveness and taking charge. And these are qualities I generally associate with masculinity in general. I think women are attracted to masculinity, whether that's physical or behavioral. There's kind of a set of characteristics that women find attractive in men. And I don't think that's determined by society. I think it's biologically determined. I think that, as I keep saying, humans are animals. We are descendants of animals. Most of our experiences and behaviors, what we want, what we desire, is largely just based off of our animalistic needs, Like, eating and fucking, really, are just how much of your life revolves around those two things. And it's because you're an organism that has to consume to stay alive and reproduce to continue your lineage. So a lot of our behaviors and thoughts and experiences just circulate around those two things, eating and fucking. So if feminism wants women to be treated equal to men, what am I supposed to do when I'm dating a woman? I'm not going to treat her like I would treat a guy, right? That wouldn't turn her on, right? If I'm dating a girl, I need her to be attracted to me, And if I'm considering what's attractive, she thinks masculinity is attractive. So I need to be masculine, right? I need to display characteristics of masculinity. And some of those are physical. Some of those are simply just strength, stature, health, overall health. You need to be physically attractive, but there's also behaviors that I can do that will make me more or less attractive. And I think, you know, this is why I shouldn't have brought up porn yesterday. I should have kept it with dancing, because I've been to, I don't know what to call these other than dance halls. I know dance hall sounds kind of weird, but I've been to partner dancing places, events, nights, partner dancing nights, you know, swing dancing, salsa. And partner dancing goes back more than 1,000 years, I'm pretty sure. And it's also, in the same way that porn is somewhat of a reflection of what humans want, because it's not like porn was just made up completely. Like, porn was following, the industry has been following our animalistic needs. It's been responding to what people want, right? It might have created something monstrous, but it's still based off of a real, true thing about humans. So it's not a complete fantasy. It is based off something real. And I think that you can almost see the same sort of reflection of humanity inside of dancing. Partner dancing specifically, because think about how it works. When you're in one of these things, in one of these halls, it's sort of set up where men will go up and ask women to dance, and women will say yes or no. And then when they go dance, the guy is kind of leading and the woman is kind of following. This is traditional. Perhaps feminists are going to tell me that it should be equal. Men or women should be asking men, women should be taking charge. But, and I can get that. I'm not against that. I'm fine with that. But I'm not trying to say what should today. This is not me saying how we should behave. I'm just trying to explore this question of what exactly, this is something I think about a lot. I'm a guy. What turns women on, right? Like, I'm sure every guy on the planet, every heterosexual guy on the planet has wrestled with this question to no end. And we get conflicting messages today because we have feminists out there saying that women want to be treated equally. But we know that in the bedroom, that's not necessarily true. Women don't want to be treated like a man, they want to be treated like a human, for sure. But the thing is like, assertiveness and dominance are attractive to women. They want the guy to take charge, I think, a lot of the times in sex. And I think a lot of the times the guy wants the woman to be submissive and just kind of be malleable. Malleable's a bad word. The guy wants the woman to follow in a certain sense, right? I think that's what turns the guy on. What turns me on? It's when women are into it, really. That's what gets me going, is when I can tell the woman is into it. So it's like, but she's not into it unless, this gets real complicated real fast. I don't want to go too far off the rails here. This is something, I'm grasping at straws here. I'm just trying to explore a question, which is, how do I reconcile the fact that women want feminism, but they also want assertiveness and dominance sexually? Am I completely off? Do women not want assertiveness? Do they not want masculine characteristics? Am I off about masculinity? Is masculinity just a myth? Is it something that, I've just been trained by society to think that women want a certain thing? Because I really get the sense that our society and the structures we build, like the porn industry, dancing, our entire dating structure is sort of built around our biological layer, our needs, our biological reality, really. And so, yeah, maybe somebody can tell me maybe somebody can give me some good insight on this. Our relationships, the nature of relationships, is clearly changing very quickly in today's world. It's, dating apps are changing things, porn's changing things. What we want, what we think we want, is changing. Personally, like I keep saying, I usually come back to the evolutionary angle. What do I, as an animal, want? and what do women as animals of my species want from me. I just tend to think that there's conflict there. There's conflict between the biology and the ideology of feminism. Yeah, I'm just trying to explore. I'm not trying to make any hardline statements right now. I think I'm going to end this one. This is a pretty short one. I'm just going to see you later.